Meet me at the grill meet. Cannot wait for this next release. We got UFC Panini Donruss. What are your thoughts on this one? Right away, I mean, you guys see the images, right? The voices of the Octagon, the Crunch Time Valentina, the Octagon Marvel's Cyril Gone, and then, of course, the hyped up rated rookie Adrian Yanez. What are your thoughts overall on Donruss? When does it come out? What are you looking forward to?
Yeah, no, honestly, I'm very excited for this set. I know I hear mixed opinions, like, oh, I'm not excited for the paper stock. I'm not really excited. I'm all about Prism, whatever. And then others are like, this set kicks butt. And that's where I'm at. I think the set looks amazing. I'm excited for the crunch times. I'm excited for the marvels. And the voice of the Octagon. I mean,
Hmm.
who doesn't want a little bit of Bruce? With these laser hollows, these things look beautiful. I cannot wait to see what they look like in person.
Yeah, they should be sweet for sure. And it's funny because a couple of videos ago we were just talking about how we'd like to see Bruce Buffer and like other non-fighters get released in a set, and lo and behold, they stick them in Donruss for sure. And it was pushed back, right? It was originally supposed to come out a little bit on an earlier date. Do you know what happened there and why it got pushed back? And what's the cost that we're going to be looking at out the gate for Donruss?
Yeah, and it was supposed to come out like the early April. That's what I saw at least. And then I just checked, I mean, today, and it's saying April 20th, which, hey, no shame in that. Let Prism have its shine for this month and like this couple weeks. And then at the end of this month of April coming up, we'll get a nice little banger of Donruss. And yeah, it looks like, I mean, I see them pre-selling for 479, so looking about $500 a hobby box, and it seems to be a pretty reasonable thing. I think it's gonna be a sweet set to rip. I mean, I don't think obviously it's never gonna be as high end as Prism. Prism is the holy grail, but I mean this set has some pretty cool stuff. I mean, hobby exclusive, hollow black laser, hollow gold laser, hollow teal lasers. I mean that's gonna be pretty freaking cool to see what those are looking like. And these Marvel and Crunch Time cards. Uh, but yeah, it seems that there's in each hobby box though there is 60 inserts slash parallels, one relic, and one auto. So I don't know if that's like kind of the take of like the Prism set is like on average two autos and whatever many
Yeah.
parallels. So I don't know if it's because it's one auto, one relic, it's not as valuable, or just the type of card. It's that's probably why. But also, this is an interesting set because each pack has 30 cards,
Hmm.
10 packs per box, 10 boxes per case. So if you get one hobby box for $500, you're getting 300 cards with one auto and one relic guaranteed. I think that's pretty cool. Reason why I'm really excited because I'm looking to get some PC stuff. I mean, these Prism prices are kind of outpricing me. They're getting pretty ridiculous, and I just want to collect my favorite fighters. And I think the value of this set, kind of like Chronicles, like if you asked me like what was the best set of last year for the best bang for your buck and value and like possible for ripping to gain like positive, it was Chronicles. I mean, I was getting Chronicle hobby boxes for $300 and a Hamzat Gold Contender Optic sold for 10 grand. Like, what? You could spend $300 and maybe get 10 grand? That's absurd compared to, oh, spend 1,000 and you have a 1% chance of getting a one of one of Khabib and make 50 grand. So the opportunity I think is going to be a lot better for the best bang for your buck, I guess you could say. People are going to argue no Prism, but I mean if you really look at it, most of the Prism boxes 2021 and 2022, you're not making your money back. You typically are never. This set you probably won't either, but it's not as bad as a hit versus $1,000 hit compared to 500. And if the fact that it's pre-selling at 500, I see the set coming down to around maybe two, maybe even 150. Who knows? Like 150 to 300, I would guess. I mean, if Chronicles came out at 850 and dropped to 300, what is this set going to drop to? That's what I'm excited to see. Either way, I'm gonna get it. I'm definitely gonna rip it. It's affordable. I can take that hit. $1,000, I can't digest as nicely.
Yeah, 100%. Absolutely great stuff. And yeah, you wonder if Donruss might be the sort of equivalent of Chronicles, because as you mentioned, right, best bang for your buck. You can, rip some Hamzats of 99, and that's minimum couple $100 for just that card, right? And with all the cards that come in the Chronicle and all the cards that come in this Donruss, right, 300 cards, Going to be pretty fun to rip for sure. You mentioned, some people were kind of sour on Donruss, like historically. Where does Donruss like historically fit in as far as like the lore of Donruss for other sports are concerned? I mean, I know UFC is like kind of a brand new developing thing, so it's tough to assume that it's going to follow the same, trajectory as say the NBA. But where does Donruss rank as far as like within the hobby elsewhere in different sports?
Yeah, so it's gonna be very interesting to see how this one pans out because you get the cool octagon canvases, which I imagine these are gonna tell you exactly where the canvas came from. Not confirmed yet, but I'm just assuming the fact with that title on the card, octagon canvas material with a relic, it's gotta have the what fight it came from. And then you have the cool voice of the octagon, hoping there's some Uncle Dana's, maybe Ring Girls, Joe Rogan's, who knows. So a lot of cool fun stuff. But in other sports, it's typically the bottom of the barrel. It is literally the lowest level. It's below Chronicles for Panini, um, and that's what it seems like. But it could be that for UFC too. I don't know. Only time will tell. But I think this is gonna be such a fun set. I'm very excited. I'm just excited to start ripping more, where I don't have to stomach painfully of me absolutely getting smoked on $1,000 to $2,000 box like Prism and Immaculate. Because in heart I'm a big collector and I love the sport. I'm not here to spend thousands of dollars and pray for $1 million card. I just want to collect some cool cards and have fun with it and not feel like I'm going broke.
Yeah, 100%. I think that's the best perspective to have, right? Like mess around within reason and chasing your favorite fighters because that is 100% what it's all about. Any last thoughts on Donruss? I'm with you. I'm pretty excited. I feel like the designs look pretty sweet, and whether it ranks high within the traditional Donruss lore, I think maybe these could be slept on, sort of like Chronicles are. To your earlier point, so I'm pretty stoked for these. I'll definitely be ripping it for sure. Maybe waiting it out a little bit to see if it drops a little bit. Because again, you mentioned Chronicles going from what 800 to 300. Like that's just an insane gap right there. So if
Insane.
Donruss has a similar path, then we can get these pretty cheap. Rip 300 cards sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, it's gonna. I think it's gonna be a blast. I think it's definitely a great set for starting. Collectors. It's gonna be more affordable, and I imagine. I mean, they printed Prism 22 to the moon this year, chat. I imagine they're gonna print this a lot also. So everyone, I think, be patient. That's the key for this year. Wait for things to dip. Find your favorite fighters, and if you can snag a nice deal, or if you're just really itching to rip, grip it and rip it. But yeah, I think this is gonna be an amazing set and a very fun one to collect and rip.
Agree 100%. Cannot wait. HGA slabs are cool. PSA slabs are cool, but slap that slap to your right. Meat Boy MMA card analysis all day.